Hello, Steve Arts 89. Well, I am a huge fan of the Golden Girls. I'm a gay, so of course. Grew up watching it with my mother. Have it on DVD. I've watched it multiple times. Have every episode of The Golden Palace as well. And I was shocked when I saw this. I thought this was a joke. I didn't realize this is real, but this is real apparently. There is a 5-minute pilot of a new Golden Girls reboot series called Golden Girls 3033, where the girls have apparently at some point in our time discovered a fountain of youth and lived for another 1,000 years and are now living in the future in the year 3033. And it's animated using the original voices of the original actors from the series, basically just reanimating them and sort of altering the story, but basically just retelling the story. It's 5 minutes. Is the video I saw. I've heard it referred to as a 5-minute pilot, but I'm assuming they did more than just this. But apparently it started off as a joke. The guy, his name is Mike Hollingsworth, and he did the show BoJack Horseman. I think it's a show, I've never seen it. And yeah, he just was throwing around ideas and trying to think of the most outrageous ideas for a show. And he said, how about the Golden Girls, but it's 1,000 years in the future, and they found the Fountain of Youth and they're living in the future. And people thought it was hilarious, but it didn't die, basically. He kept thinking about it and enjoying thinking about it and working on it, and he kept bringing it up, and he basically pushed it as a real pilot, and eventually they sort of, the people at IndieWire or Wire or wherever he works, and I don't know if are they a website or are they a studio? I'm not sure. They basically he produced it. I don't know if he did it totally on his own or if he just animated it himself, but he did it apparently during the you know what when he was locked down. And yeah, now it's out there. It was released I think on Friday, and it's kind of fascinating because it's still the performances of the original actors. It's still the lines. It's still the story, and that's the other thing. They twist it a little bit. They add little visual gags and jokes and things around the side that they've animated in that but still it's basically I don't know where they're going to go with it. Are they just going to retell all the stories from the original show? Because I've like some of people thought that they would rearrange the dialogue and create new stories or something somehow, but they're actually just reusing the voices and the story from each episode and just sort of changing it. Like now Stan is a giant alien, and Sophia is existing inside a giant yellow mecha suit. And yeah, it's just bizarre to see them living like a Jetsons house, and it's the same people and the same characters and the same sort of stories, but it's this total different version. It's as bizarre as like Gilligan's Planet. If anyone remembers that, Gilligan's Island did a cartoon where the cast from Gilligan's Island ended up on a planet. They were marooned on a planet, and I remember watching that as a kid and thinking that was too much of a stretch, and watching that with my sister, and both of us looking at each other like, what the is this? And now they've kind of done that with the Golden Girls. It's really, really bizarre, and it's kind of interesting, but I don't know if retelling each episode in a sort of Futurama sort of way, I don't know where this is really going to go. I don't know how this actually became a thing. It's a thing apparently. There's network interest in it. He wants it to go to a streamer like Hulu or Disney, but apparently there's network interest in it, and I can't imagine someone's going to pay someone to animate all the original Golden Girls episodes, but with little weird future story sci-fi sort of twists on it, which they can only go so far with because they can't change the dialogue really. All they can really do is rearrange and sort of I don't see this being flexible enough to really do as a series, but everyone seems to be loving it, and apparently it's a real thing. So yeah, I'm going to go. Feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think. Did you see it? Did you enjoy it? Do you think this could actually be a series and can actually work? Will it be funny to rewatch the same episodes we're familiar with, the same stories we're familiar with, but as new science fiction animated episodes? I don't know. But it was interesting to hear the voices again. There was talk of rebooting the show with a bunch of gay men or with a bunch of... did they do a Golden Girls with black women, or was that No, that was Steel Magnolias. So there's talk of doing different versions of the Golden Girls because everyone loves the show and they've got to find ways to make money out of it. And this could be one. I'm curious to see if it goes anywhere. Yeah, we'll see. I'm going to go. Bye.